Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tori and today we are working in my December daily album on story number 6. And for story number 6, I am going to be telling the story of my snow globes. I did this story last year, so I am going to be doing it again. This was my number 2 story last year and this is how that one turned out. And this is one of my most favorite spreads or pages from last year. It also has a whole little snow globe wax melt that I did, which I completely forgot about until just now, but I'm probably not going to pull all that out. So I'm very excited to do this page. This one actually is a foundation page that I had set up. So during prep day, all of these items that I have right here are going to be for story number 6. So let's get my album out of the way so that we can get working on that. So, like I was saying, during prep day, there was an hour where there was a snow globe shaker. So I created this particular little snow globe shaker during prep day. I did also do the part where we would kind of pull out another little page here. And I also pulled out some embellishments that I'm thinking I want to place on this page. So hopefully this one comes together pretty quickly because the bulk of it's done, right? So this is a little shaker pocket. These are the 2 snow globes that I purchased this year. And the story that I'm planning on telling is that I went to Target with the kids, with Oliver and Luna, and I specifically went to search for a 2023 snow globe. I found both of these and I loved both of them so much, but I couldn't pick one. I couldn't decide which one that I wanted, so I held them both up and I asked the kids, I was like, which one do you guys like more? And Luna picked the white one and Oliver picked the one that actually says 2023. So we were still torn, so I decided, because I love snow globes, that I would just get both of them. So now this is my current snow globe collection. I posted this picture in my Instagram stories, I think yesterday, asking y'all, or at least those who follow me on Instagram, if you thought I should use this photo or a photo of them actually set up as their decorative piece on my shelf, which I think I'm still going to use in this album, just at a later time whenever I tell the story of like all of the decorations that I put up. So I'm going to be using this one. And I was loving the idea that this is going to be able to flip, or pull, not flip, pull in and out from behind here so that you can actually see the rest of the snow globes. But I also really liked that I'm going to add these little strips to the bottom here, mostly so that this doesn't get lost behind here, right? So like I want it to kind of sit right there. This also kind of adds that kind of bottom of the snow globe effect as well. But this is going to be what I'll be using to pull this in and out. Since I have 2 of these, I'm going to add one to each side. So that means that whenever I put this back in here, I can specifically choose what I want to be showing when I have it pulling out. So I can either have my journaling come out, or I can flip it over and just have this photo of all of the snow globes come out. So I'm really excited for that to be such a like changeable piece of this spread, because for a minute there I was kind of having a hard time picking. And then I'm going to sprinkle these stars around. And I believe these stars were from last year's kit. So I don't think they're available anymore. And I'm not a big star person, so I'm really excited that this spread is using up a lot of my stars. If you look closely at that sequence, it's a gold star sequence. And this is, I think, one of the first times I've used it. So like I said, this one will come together fairly quickly. I just kind of have to get everything placed down. I got some thinner score tape. I got this one from Simon Says Stamp during their Black Friday sale, but I'm not sure if this will be thin enough. I think this is exactly 1/4 of an inch, and I think that might be cutting it a little bit too close with the curve for my liking. And I also got this really, really thin 1/8 of an inch double-sided adhesive roll from scrapbook.com, and I think this will be what I end up using. Another thing that we will need to do is stamp snow globes on these as well. I think I might stamp it on both of them. Yeah, I think I'll just stamp that on both. So I'll do the stamping part first, just so I can get that out of the way. And I'm going to use the Allie Edwards McKinsey ink. I'm also going to move my mic around. I normally do all of my recording while I'm standing up, but I do not have a standing desk, so that's not usually a very fun time. And it ends up making my back hurt quite a bit, so I kind of move my mic so it's kind of hanging over, and hopefully that doesn't cause any issues with y'all being able to hear me or my mic making any excess noise or anything like that. So I guess I won't know until I go to edit this video, so cross your fingers for me that everything works out. I'm just going to stamp Snow Globe on both of these. Snow Globes on both of these, just because I want that to be the title, and I want it to be noticeable on both sides. So I want to be able to see the word Snow Globes no matter which side I have out. You could very well stamp multiple different sentiments or word strips or anything like that on both sides of these if you wanted it to be different depending on which side you had up. But I'm perfectly fine with leaving it as is because I'm obsessed with snow globes. Let me know down in the comments below if you also collect snow globes or even just enjoy a snow globe. This is a very recent thing for me. I think I started this in 2021. So this middle snow globe was from 2021. This one was from 2022. And this one is from this year, 2023. And each of them actually have a year on the base of the snow globe. And then these two were like extra just decorative ones. So I've collected 5 so far over the last, this will be the 3rd year. And I don't foresee that stopping. I have a feeling that next year I will be on the hunt for a 2024 snow globe as well. My kids are home. It's almost 7 p.m. and I'm trying to get this recorded. I'm working in the office tomorrow, and I usually have a lot harder of a time recording on days that I'm working in the office. So I wanted to go ahead and just get this done while I can. So they are actually home right now and playing in their rooms while I record, so you might hear them in the background or something like that, just in case you do. Okay. Where do I want to start? I think I'm going to put some adhesive down on the back of this. I hope this is enough adhesive. If you've been watching any of my December daily prep videos, you know that I usually overdo the adhesive. So this adhesive being so skinny is giving me a mild like panic attack, I feel like. I really feel like this is not enough adhesive. But it'll be fine. It's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. I don't really need to be super worrisome up here at the top because I do have a little extra piece of, if that'll focus, hopefully, I can't see. I do have an extra piece of cardstock just right here because I didn't want this to go all the way up. I wanted it to stop right there. So I do want to tape that down as well to make sure that that is adhered well against the actual paper. So I've got adhesive all over the back of this. I think I'm going to adhere these down first, at least these top two, and then just paste my actual snow globe or glue my snow globe down right on top of it. I want this one to kind of rest up here in the corner. And I want this one to come off of the edge.
Mommy, look at me.
You're so beautiful.
I'm a superhero.
You're a superhero.
Yeah.
Are you strong too?
Yep. Look, my muscles here.
Wow, those are some big muscles. Are you going to protect us?
Yep.
Oh, that's so awesome.
No monster can be here.
No, you're not going to let any monsters be here?
Nope. I'm going to push him, and I'm going to throw this out, and she's going to put it in a road.
Oh yeah, I feel so safe. Thank you. I'm going to place this very, very thin 1/8 inch score tape just on the very bottom of this little arched die cut that I have. Oh, you know what? I should have pasted this on first. That's fine. That's fine. What side? So I want this side to have my journaling because it's got the pressed edge from the die that I used. So this side is going to be what I need to use to put my photo down. This photo is obviously much bigger than this die, so I want more of the tree and less of just the background pieces to be in the photo, and obviously the snow globes, right? So I'm just going to trim off a little bit of the bottom and then line that up bottom to bottom. A little bit of the snow globes are going to be cut off regardless. And then I will just cut around that. I probably just could have used the same die and cut the photo out with it, and then I would have been able to place it perfectly. But I didn't feel like doing all that. So, there we go. Perfect. So there's my little arched photo that will tuck underneath this photo, just like that. Now I need to reapply a little thin piece of this score tape. I have scissors everywhere. I'm trying to place that as close to the edge as I can get it, because I want this to literally just be over this enough to cover the score tape. And then I will add just a little bit of extra adhesive down here on the bottom as well. And then just line this one up. So then we kind of want to see how this is going to lay out for placing this down. I think that's good. So what I'm going to do is just lay this little guy right here while I move forward and take all of this backing off of here. I really like score tape and like these backings with it, these adhesives with backing on it, but I do not like taking the backing off. It feels like it takes ages, and when I craft I get impatient to see the final product sometimes, especially if it's something that I'm very excited about, like this page. I just want to know everything's gonna work out. Thankfully, since I started using this picker, this is a Simon Says stamp pick tool, and I think this is like a pick up tool, and that's like a little actual pick. Since I started using this on like the red line tape and anything that has like a backing, I am spending far less time trying to get the backing to come off and a lot more time actually, you know, crafting. So I've noticed that since I started using that, I have been using this pick tool or this tapes with backers a lot more. Okay, that's not gonna work. So I'm gonna turn this to the side a little bit. Pressed down. I did adhere that a little bit off center, like so it's a little bit closer to this side than this side, and that's because I'm punching my holes on this side, and while without the holes it's not visually center, when I have the holes punched, my eye I think will see it as more centered than it actually is. I'm not sure if that would even make sense to anybody else, but like when I'm looking at pages in my album, if I don't account for the holes when I'm trying to center something, I'm always very unhappy with it. I've still got these holes in here from last time. Let me get those out so I can punch my holes. I will say, when I was getting this idea all prepped and ready, I was very, very worried about this potentially just falling out of my album. But with that photo added to the back, it is much, much more secure. So I'm very pleased with it. I think I'm gonna place this little star right here, and then I just have to figure out where to put my 6. I had originally planned to put it on this, but I feel like that covers up too much of the star, but maybe I have a number that I can use instead. I don't like that the gold doesn't match on that or that. Oh, why are these in here? think that's too big too. I like to keep my matching sheets together with the exception of these ones because these just fall everywhere. They don't stay in here. I don't like that the doesn't match on that one. So I'll put these back. I might have just regular like cardstock stickers. Let me go grab those and see if I've got anything in there. I have this massive little bin here of numbers and alphas. So let's see. This one might work. I do like that one. I think I'm going to use that one. Okay. So I'm going to adhere. I love the 6. And this would match the one I did on the other side perfectly, but I kind of wanted to put my number right in here. So let me move my shaker contents a bit. Okay, so we're going to set that right there, and then we will just place our 6 right on top of here. I also think it would be fun to stamp this one that says pull tab to see more photos. I think that would be really, really fun to put right there. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that out because that should fit perfectly. And I'll stamp it right next to that. Because there's only photos, additional photos at least on the one side, then I'm only going to stamp this particular one on this side. But I also have this one. I wonder if there's one that says Snow Globe on here. I don't see one that specifically says Snow Globe, but there's a lot of really cute ones, like So Happy, Magical, that I could use to stamp on the other side. That way it's a little bit cohesive on both sides. Just grabbing my close to my heart archival black ink. Let me make sure I stamp it the correct way. And then hopefully I'll be able to read that still. Yep. That's great. Alright, and then what do we want to stamp on this side? I think I'm just going to go with So Happy. I really, really like that one. It was the first one that called out to me. And this one, I will probably do like the 2nd and 3rd generation stamping on it as well. I think I'm also going to add this because can't stop, won't stop, right? I found these little hearts so difficult to use last year, even though I loved them. I think they're super cute. So I want them to be gone this year, and I have just the blue ones left. Okay, so depending on which way I have this sitting in here, it will say Snowglobes, pull tab to see more photos. Or if I want my journaling to be the first thing that comes out, it will be tucked in here that just says Snowglobes, so happy. And even though this was a foundation page, it still took me almost 40 minutes to do all this. I will probably, knowing myself, keep this photo as the main one and do the journaling on the back. I won't be doing my journaling on camera, but that's not anything new for me. I normally don't do my journaling on camera in general, so I will be keeping to that. And yeah, this is going to be story number 6 done. My snow globe collection and how it grew this year with these 2 new snow globes. Let's get this put back into my album. Flips a little bit too far. Okay, so this will be popping in here right across from our Christmas pajamas. And if I want this to look a little bit more cohesive to the other page, I think that red, even though there's green on that one as well, if I put it the red side up, it'll tie in with some of the red over here, but the green also ties in with the stamped numbers and stuff that I have on the side as well. All right, that is all I am doing for today. If you made it to the end of this video, leave me a star emoji in the comments below, since there are so many stars on this page. Let me know your thoughts and if you would have done anything differently. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.